Hello, my name is Noah and I'm going to present the central nervous system. Our planet is home of different types of living organisms. All of them consist of tiny units called cells. They can be unicellular, a single cell performs all life processes, or multicellular, different cells perform different functions. In a multicellular organism, cells with similar characteristics and function form tissues. Tissues forms organs. Cells in organs work together to carry out a particular function. Organs that work together to perform a function form systems that are the most complex structure in a living organism. Information processing begins with the entry of information to our sense organs, which transform physical stimuli into electrical signals. They carry information to the brain through the nervous system. Ay, ve, ¿qué ha pasado aquí? ¿Qué ha pasado? Un segundillo. ¿Qué ha pasado? Yo no sé qué ha pasado. Through the nervous system using neurons that are a type of interconnected cells that transmit information from nerve impulse. In the brain, there is a filter that decides which signals are important and which aren't. The locomotor system carries messages between the brain and the other systems of the body. And the locomotor system allows us to react to stimuli and move. The nervous system is divided in two parts. The peripheral nervous system that is made up of nerves made up of neurons that carry messages between the brain and the sense organs. And the central nervous system that is made up of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain controls our nervous system, is the director of the body. It receives and sends signals from and to the environment, and the other parts of the body, such as arms and legs, responds properly. It coordinates all our vital functions and gives meaning to what's happening. The brain is divided in two hemispheres. The left hemisphere performs very important functions such as calculation, reasoning, language. It is the analytical, logical, and objective side. And the right hemisphere performs functions related of imagination, intuition, creativity. It is the subjective side and it is in charge of art and music. Some people use more the left than the right hemisphere. Others use more the right, and some people use both equally. The left hemisphere controls the right part of the body and the right hemisphere the left. And both are connected by fibers called corpus callosum. The hemispheres are divided of 4 lobes. The parietal lobe, the frontal lobe, the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe. The brain is divided in 3 parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebrum is the biggest part of the brain. It controls our voluntary movement, thoughts, emotions, language, and behavior. The cerebellum is at the back of the head, between the cerebrum and the brainstem. It controls and coordinates our movement, coordination, and balance, to walk and stand. It receives information from other parts of the brain, the spinal cord, and the sensory receptor to tell us when is the right time to make a movement, and makes our movement smooth and coordinate. The brainstem is small but very important. It connects the rest of the brain to the spinal cord, and it is in charge of all our vital functions that your body needs to stay alive. And it is responsible for organizing the millions of messages that your brain and the rest of the body send to each other. Its main function is controls our involuntary muscle. They work automatically. You don't need to think about it. The brainstem is divided in 3 parts. The midbrain is the widest part at the top. It's very important for regulating eye movement. The pons is in the middle. It coordinates facial movement, hearing, and balance. The medulla oblongata is the narrowest part at the bottom. It helps regulate your breathing, heart rhythm, blood pressure, and swallowing. El swallowing significa tragar, ¿vale? Por si no lo entendéis. The spinal cord goes from the bottom of the brain to the end of the backbone. It measures about 45 centimeters long and just over 1 centimeter wide. It is made up of a lot of nerve tissue. Along their entire journey, the nerve expands to the rest of the body. It controls or reflects action, in other words, fast action that you do without thinking or realism. For example, if you touch something that burns, you don't do anything. No, it's a joke. The spinal cord sends a signal to pull out the hand. The brain and the spinal cord are protected by bones. The brain are protected by the bones of the skull, and the spinal cord by a ring-shaped serial of interconnected bones called vertebrae. The vertebrae form the backbone. Both are protected and cushioned by layers of membranes called meninges, and by a special fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. It helps to protect nerve tissue, keep it healthy, and to remove its waste products. Bye!